Okay, giving first stream ever a shot. Trying out a classic Genesis game that I always loved. I used to play this on PC as a little kid. Floppy disks have long since rotted away, but uh, let's give this one a shot for a bit. World record I know exists. Only one person's ever attempted it, so let's see if we can actually beat that. World record is 14 minutes and 6 seconds. Let's try this out. Probably better to start with a little bit of practice. I haven't played these in a long time. Uh, Rules for the world record I know are finish each event as literally as quickly as possible. DQs don't matter. So that means of the 8 events, only 2 you actually have to completely run. You can disqualify yourself in the other 6. Eh, heck well, let's just give it a shot. New tournament. Select competitors. Add. TIS. That looks good to me. Select opponents. Doesn't really matter. And the rule for timing is beginning of the opening ceremony to the beginning of the closing ceremony. So, start the clock. Okay, I know you can dump this fairly early, but you need to get enough speed to build it. Nope, not enough. Shoot. It's a right-hander. There we go. That's dumped. I know I can dump that faster in the future. So 1 event down. And clear. Skiing is really easy to get yourself out. Running, just crash really early. 3.43, not bad. Okay, cross-country skiing is one of the 2 events you do need to run the whole thing. So, this is a cartridge with a dead battery, so all of the old records exist as they are. So default with whatever the world tournament records are coming out of the factory. So 410, I know I can beat that. That's fairly simple. Long right-hander. Next up is a fairly tight left-hander. Not terrible. Stamina bars are in the bottom right below the clock, so whenever you press the button, that's the stamina of the stroke that you get. The taller the bar, the better your stroke. Because, yay, stamina and sports, and cross-country skiing is ridiculously stamina draining. Minute, coming up about the halfway point, not terrible. Downhill lets your stamina regain a little bit. Don't cross the terrible tiles. Do not want to trip and fall. The horrible left-hander that I know has burned me on a lot of regular speed trying to play on the PC, this got me a horrible bunch of falls when I clipped that corner wrong, when I was actually trying to win the game. Stamina's dropping like a brick, which means all of the strokes from the pulls are not getting much power. So duck and let myself coast a little bit. Rebuild some of the stamina. And all that's left is the long, long, slow right-hander. Across the line, tournament record time, whoop-de-doo. All we care about is being done with the events as quickly as possible. Next up, bobsled. One of my personal favorite events to actually watch. Okay, so that one. Fast right-hander. Then a quick left-hander. And dumped. Excellent. That makes things a lot faster. Speed skating. Also fun to watch in real life. Thing to this one is to not false start twice. That's actually not as quick. Like, that's false starting, and that just killed me a few seconds at least. Because I can disqualify myself even faster by just skating to the inside and stumbling over bricks 1.75 seconds off the line. Did not want to false start. That killed some time. Next up, giant slalom. Again, skiing event, very easy to disqualify. Go crash. Next up, biathlon, the other one that you do need to fully complete. This one takes a while. Long loop, 4 shooting stations. In-game, you get penalty time for bad shooting. In this timing, it's really get the shots off as fast as you possibly can. It doesn't matter about your accuracy at all. Because we're not going for tournament times, we are going for real clock time. In-game minute and a half penalty, I do not care because that got me off the line in about 20 seconds. Long, long loop. I've always liked the Winter Olympics better than the Summer Olympics, mainly because there's so many cool events. All the sliding sports, luge, bobsled, skeleton. I actually got to try skeleton a couple of weeks ago. That was amazing before all the pandemic craziness happened. Second shooting station, prone. Don't care about accuracy, just shoot. 2.5 minute penalty in game. Their long, slow left-hander, and then into the third shooting station. Again, standing up this time around. This game does 2 standing, 2 prone. Slightly better accuracy, 1.5 minute penalty that time around. Let's see, 9.5 minutes gone. I'm more than halfway around the loop. I think 1406 is gonna fall. Right-hander. And the fourth shooting station is a long. There we go. Prone again. Gray, white, white. In the white. And in the gray. Only 2 minutes that time around. Okay. What we've got here is the hairpin left, a short straightaway, and then another 90-degree left into the finish line. And there's the finish line. And across the line. One last event, ski jumping. This is another one that you can actually disqualify yourself insanely quickly just by crashing on the ramp. Yeah, well ahead of the pace. And 11:17. Yeah, that was a fairly easy world record to beat. Let's see if we can do better. Had that one false start. Alright, reset the clock. That works. Alright, I'm actually going to pause for just a minute. I will be right back. Okay, just had to answer a quick text message. So let's try this again. Take two. And get the clock ready. And start the clock. Luge. Luge faster. Oh, no. Didn't quite get it. No. Shoot. There. That dumped. When I was trying this out before streaming once, I was able to dump it 2 turns earlier. So, next time. Okay, on to Alpine, the downhill skiing. And disqualified, yay! And I botched the clock. Okay, back to cross-country skiing the next time around. Okay, cross-country skiing again is one of the two of the 8 events that you do have to complete. The other 6 events, you can disqualify yourself early in all of them. Okay. Big straight, a little bit of uphill. Do not want to clip the corner too tight because I do not want to fall because that cuts you a lot of time. Under the chairlift. Sharp right-hander. A little bit of a zigzag chicane that you can just drive straight through there. Next up is a 90-degree right-hander. Loop to the left. Do not clip that corner. I do not want to clip that. I hate those. I think that's where I clipped it last time around. Do not want to clip that. Stamina's hosed. Long straightaway downhill. A little bit of right-hander. A little bit of a left-hander. Straightaway. Then a long looping right-hander. I think I might finish ahead of my pace last time even. That should hopefully be good. No, not quite. Cross the line. Bobsled. Okay, around the corner. Nope, can't quite get that. Left hander. Couldn't dump it. Couldn't dump it. Couldn't dump it. I'm... Okay, that dumped finally. Ugh, that's an awful... Okay, did not false start this time, but so I was able to dump quickly. And out. And on for the second one. Long item. It's a slightly different course than the cross-country skiing, thankfully. There's some similarities, but not a lot. Onto the chairlift. And into the first shooting station again. Just need to get the shots off as quickly as possible. Don't care about accuracy at all. Gray, white, and gray. In-game penalty, 145, whoop-de-doo. Those long looping corners I always hate because you're always steering. I prefer to stay in the straight line because you're always losing speed with it. Every time you hear that noise, you're losing speed. Another long looping left-hander. Hate those. And the gray, and the gray, and the gray, and the gray, and in the gray. I always prefer the straights because you don't have to steer and you're not losing speed. It's kind of like Mario Kart. You do not want to be losing speed. Like that. coming up on the near end of the run. Going for the 4th station. And the white. And the white. And the white. And the white. And in the white. Because of course it was. Okay, that long hairpin left. And across the line. All that's left is the ski jump, which again you can crash out very, very quickly. And I'm behind pace because, yeah, 5.5 seconds down. Let's try again. All right. Take 3. Start the clock. Can't dump here. Can't dump here. Can dump there. There we go. That's the crash I was looking for. I really do better on the clock on that. Alright, now on to one of the 2 long events. Ski, 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 ski. In-game, I'm not actually sure what my best times for some of these ever actually were. I would have to see if the floppy drives for the old PC version were ever actually able to be recovered, because again, bit rot is a thing, and it's been easily 15 years since I played this game, until I got the Genesis yesterday. It's actually picked up this copy on a thrift store several years ago because I loved the PC version even though I didn't own a Genesis. Always considered picking one up, never did until just recently. Enjoying some of the games that we've got for it, although my family was always a Nintendo household. So we had a Super Nintendo for the longest time. Not sure if any of my brothers actually ended up going with the N64 or not. My younger brother jumped to the original PlayStation. And then the first console I actually bought myself wasn't until college when I bought a Saturn. of all things. So it's I've mainly stuck to retro gaming. Not really a big fan of a lot of the modern games. Yeah, something in the old systems, there's a little bit of charm to it. Some of the games are great, a lot of them were awful. Shovelware's been around for forever. Even this one's Winter Challenge is a fun game, but it's not a great game. It's really good to play, especially with other players, even though it's one at a time tournament, because trash talk is always fun. A little bit behind the tournament record pace, but couldn't dump it there. Couldn't dump it there. Couldn't dump it there. I want to be able to dump that faster. I need to be able to dump that faster, and I know I can. I just didn't get over right this time around. Speed skating. That got me over. Good. Giant slalom. Again, really easy to crash. Simple enough to do. And biathlon, the other long one to do. Biathlon is always an interesting sport, and I know that in real life it's absolutely dominated by Norwegians. I think it's the FIS that actually handles that sort of racing. And I believe they handle all of the skiing sports. Okay, into the first station. And the gray, and the gray, and the gray, and the gray, and in the gray. Whoop-de-doo. Downhill sections are always faster, yay. And the white, and the white, and, oh, that's gray. And the white, also in the white. Yeah, in game, a shot that doesn't hit the bullseye adds penalties to your time. In the gray is 15 seconds, in the white's 30 seconds. In real life competition, they actually have a special little loop track after every shooting station that for every miss, and it's hit or miss on all of those, for every miss you have to take a lap on that little penalty track, which is kills your time, but the faster you ski it, the less your penalty. In the gray, in the gray, in the gray, more in, oh, that one's in the white, and more in the gray. Don't want to fall, that'll kill time. Uphill section. And a left-hander. Yeah, I worry that bobsled killed this run. Because I was able to dump really quickly on my first try. But we'll see. Final shooting station in the white, in the white, in the white, more in the white. Oh, and the gray. Okay, all that's left is the hairpin left-hander. And then the 90-degree left-hander. Yeah, in-game, this would be a terrible, terrible time. After this run, I might give a real tournament a shot and see how I end up faring there. And ski jumping to finish off. And crashed. And 11:09.88. Not terrible. Yeah, so I did not horribly in comparison, but these standings. But for timing, I'll take that. Alright. Let's see how these events were actually supposed to be run. Playing a real opening ceremony. Let's see what we get. Okay. Let's give luge a shot. Luge is an interesting sport. Mainly because you're going down feet first. It's of the various sliding sports, I will take skeleton. because you can actually see where you're going, mostly. Almost went the wrong way. That would have been bad, because I do not want to dump on this. Yes, I'm trying to get to that spot where you're not seeing the ice spray, because that's where you're going the fastest. And the more chicking you hear, the more speed you're losing. If you're too high or too low on the wall, you lose speed. But still better than the out-of-box tournament record, which is fairly easy, honestly. Okay. This is one that I have not tried in a long, long time. So let's see how we actually handle this. Trying not to miss gates. Straight ahead. Oh dear. Oh, okay, just barely made in that one. That lost some time. I remember this particular one out of the box was fairly difficult to beat. Oh, and I crashed. Ah, darn. Ah, well. Heck with it. Let's try another record run. Oop. What do we want to be this time around? Let's be Canadian. Alright. Alright. Attempt number 4. Let's see how we do. And start the clock. Around the first corner. Around the next corner. And I botched the dump. And I botched that dump too. Crap. Yeah. Yeah, this is a reset. Yeah, I couldn't get the speed. Yeah. Yeah, and I can't even get it to dump now that I'm trying. Crazy. weirdness. There we go, finally. Alright, let's try this again. Crazy pictures. Got the 2 and dumped. Good. Much better. $3.31. Let's see how quickly we can get through this. Long straightaway to start. A little bit of uphill. I'm surprised at how little this actually has as uphill, given how much it has downhill and it's a loop. You would think it would be fairly split between the two. Please don't crash. Thank you. That's through the chicane, which you don't need to actually turn for if you aim it right. Oh, balls. I did not want that. That's gonna kill me. I think that just killed my time. Hate when you make little mistakes like that. Just clipped the corner. A little bit of a left-hander. And the long looping right-hander to be a pain in the butt because that's what you want to do. Across the bottom of the U. Five, six, 7, 8. And across the line. Yeah. Okay, that dumped a little quicker than before. Let's see if that got me any time. Giant slalom. Missed the gate. Biathlon. I am still actually a little ahead, even with the fall. On the cross country skiing is, like I mentioned earlier, an absolute stamina burner. I've tried it once, pretty much said never ever again. I will stick to my other winter sports. It's fun to watch, though. Yeah, the gray, yeah, the gray. Still in the gray, more in the gray, and in the white. Cool. Okay, slight left-hander. And to the second station. Snowbird, 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 and snowbird. 2.5 minute in-game penalty. But thankfully we don't care about that, because we don't. I wonder if I could beat the 6:05. Yeah. If I was actually... At any rate. A little bit further and into the final target. Oh, hey, I got one. 2. Wow. That one's in the white, that one's in the gray, and that one's in the gray. So only a minute this time around in actual penalties. Off it goes. Down the hill. Left-hander, right-hander, and then a right-hander into the last shooting station. Final shooting station. Snowbird, snowbird, in the white, in the white. That one's in the gray, cool. So there's the hairpin left on the downhill. And across the line. Last up is the ski jump. Which we crash on. And closing ceremonies. 11:08. New personal best. And that should be a new world record, so I will have to get that submitted to speedruns.com. So I think I'm done for the night. Anybody that's actually watching this, thanks for watching, and have a great night.